Good morning, VeChain family. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video, guys. Go ahead and do all the things that the algorithm likes. Let's get right into the show. Prices are prices. And one thing I wanted to say, guys, is that this is expected. Okay, we can't have great rises without some sort of correction, and we still have come a long way. 3 months ago we were at 2 cents. We're now at 4, so we doubled our money since 3 months ago, and it's a cooling off period, guys. It happens. All right, the majority of times in crypto you're going to be moving sideways or down. Remember that. I say that every bull run, I say that every bear market, so don't give up the hope, guys. This is just a brief period of slowness in the market, and I think that towards next year, guys, things are going to be completely different. All right, so keep stacking, keep staking, keep chilling. Ain't nothing changed. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so we got some better better metrics here. A little metrics update, V fam. Hope everyone is having a good time with their loved ones. Don't forget to introduce Better apps on VeChain Official to your family and friends that you really care about. They will thank you next Christmas, and I agree. So we got 2.21 million better actions, 20.8 million better distributed, 141.79k unique wallets, 9 better per action, 15 actions per user, 146 average better per user, 127 actions this week, and 15,748 actions total. It's pretty cool. Shout out to Better. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, we got VeChain here, wishing our awesome global community a very merry festive holiday, reflecting on the year we've achieved an incredible amount, from ideating on Better to launching its testnet and then mainnet, which was actually really quick. How that happened. We've kicked off a game-changing technical roadmap with VeChain Resistance, a series of upgrades that overhaul the core of our protocol tokenomics, repositioning it for a new phase of global adoption. We continue to see new users join the network to launch business operations. And of course, we stand on the edge of the year that promises to open many new doors for our industry. Or governments, nations, and institutions could take place among us in the new world. We're incredibly excited to walk that path with you all. As always, our vision continues to remain on delivering real-world use cases, a genuine economic impact, and improving the ways we all live our lives. Keep building, team. The next economic era is powered by you. Shout out to VeChain, guys. Heck yeah. And then finally, guys, let's take a look at this L Bank interview here. Sunny Lou is going to speak on VeChain adoption.
I'm gonna, invest everything into the crypto. As a matter of fact, 90% of my net wealth is still in crypto. I never changed that. Firstly, I would have put priority attention on helping and scaling the VeChain ecosystem. That's 100%. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're working on some a special program to combine with Hackathon Incubator, even along with like a Draper University to create the program with BTG as well. We call mini MBA to recruit more developers, come to join us, build some meaningful applications to acquire the users, and eventually even lead it to a new business model, new startup in this market. So we're gonna focus on that. That's my priority. If I got a 10 million, I gotta put maybe the majority.
Perhaps looking back at 2024, we've seen so much growth in our industry, right? And new applications and broader global adoption has taken place. So could you perhaps maybe share some of the most impactful milestones and developments that you've seen in the industry this year?
Yeah. Well, I think we already covered some of them already. Actually, 2024 just has so many news coming up. There were lots of, very bullish crypto news everywhere in the market. We talk about just a few weeks ago, Brazil just, announced like they're going to put the Bitcoin to the national reserve. And also like MicroStrategy becomes the most uprising company because they just invest one single asset as a Bitcoin, kind of cheer everybody is up. Not mentioning Bitcoin reached 200K, it's a significant milestone for that.
Yes.
In my mind, I would categorize for two. Number one is, Bitcoin ETF, as we said. It kind of revealing the institutional investors' move to the market. I'm not talking about only the ETF setting up, but also we can see the money inflows to the Bitcoin ETF or even the Ethereum ETF as well. There is nothing like that in the history, faster or bigger than the growth of the Bitcoin ETF. And number two is actually Trump's winning for sure. And also not Trump's winning, I think it's just opening up the policy he really wants to implement for the United States. It's actually, I believe also it will generate that kind of the global impact to everywhere in the world. It's actually about, they intended to put Bitcoin into the national reserve. And I was listening to one of the speech of RFK. He becomes number 2, number 3 of the Trump's administration team right now. He said very simple, US is holding 20% of the gold as a reserve of the whole world. And if US, he believes we should, as Americans, we should put it as a national reserve as well, then the US government needs just to buy 4 million Bitcoins. I know it's going to take time. It's going to lots of the challenges or even the back and forth discussions, eventually going to pass the bill somehow. But, that direction, I think it's the right thing to do. And also it's going to be very bullish for the entire crypto market. And also we can see some of the smaller countries, like I mentioned about Brazil, Argentina, and even some of the states of US, like Pennsylvania, also like, we wanted to put the Bitcoin as a reserve for state-owned assets or state-owned treasury, something like that. Yep. So I think that, let's say that will be the main theme opened up for 2025.
So I just wanted to understand, because you guys are so long in the market, right? I'm sure you guys a lot of challenges throughout the years. But what would be like, the biggest challenge or like, the biggest issues that you have faced this year? And what do you think is like the most critical issue that the blockchain space is, trying to address right now?
Yeah, well, I think this year, everything is focused on the regulation side.
Yeah.
We spent quite an amount of effort to work for MiCA. Even now, we're kind of finished that. But the whole process is quite challenging because firstly, European made the move even before the US. Everybody in US are still in this year are, especially in the early days, are still waiting for the election result, try to get some certainty. But now everything is okay. Everything, the cloud has been swept, especially in terms of regulatory framework. But if we talk about this year, it's really, to prepare for 2025, as we say. So even we talk about the regulations, we talk about, whatever the challenge from the market, uncertainty from US elections. It's let's say, it's just, we just got to keep building. There's no better answer, but just keep building and to, get through that. What we have been struggling and also fighting, the biggest challenge is how do we make the product more friendly and more usable, lovable by the user. And so far, I would say the progress is pretty good, pretty awesome. Especially today, I want to share a very interesting news with you guys. One of our applications is called EV Earn. So basically, if you are the Tesla owner or driver, every time you charge your Tesla, you can, based on the capacity you charge your battery and representing how much mileage you use the EV, you can get rewards accordingly, right? So what we released today as new updates is you can, you don't need to do anything. You just need to log in with your Tesla accounts. So all of the Tesla driver will have a Tesla account to use your mobile phone to control your car, to, as a key, everything, right? And so we finished the API, 2 different levels with the Tesla. One is you can use Tesla account to log in the EVN and load your car information automatically to EVN to be ready to get rewards.
I would like to ask you the final question of today, which, as we move forward towards 2025, I know I'm super bullish on VeChain right now already, but what are your expectations in the blockchain space? Are there any specific sectors or specific initiatives you believe that could, push the next wave of growth?
Actually, whatever we can learn from the history, even the recent history, like a meme coin, right? They actually link to one fundamental creation of whatever the track. It could be ICO in 2017, it could be NFT DeFi or 2021, or even the recent meme coin. I think the fundamental output of those tracks is about the user growth. You have more user interesting to either explore or either build some of the products in that kind of track. So that's a history. That's a history we can learn always. If we look at the 2025, I would say, again, is more focused on the utility, focused on the user growth. And one narrative I recently learned from one of the BCG articles. BCG actually released a new post on the LinkedIn. They will have some report coming up as they promised. It's called, they kind of, creating a new track. It's called DBEN. It's a decentralized better action networks. So to put, all of the similar projects into this kind of new track, it's basically the fundamental core narrative is actually how to use Web3 technology to incentivize people or motivate people or enable people to do better actions.
Thank you so much, Sunny, for sharing with us so much insights as a Dino coin founder. But other than that, it's amazing to be able to speak to you. Any closing words or any last words for our viewers today?
2025 is going to be the historical milestone year for every crypto, whatever you are, investor or builder or just a user, and just ride along and enjoy.